Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining your virtual drinking buddy. So tonight is the first night of the Advent calendar. It is, it's the 1st of December. We are approaching Christmas, and many Christians around the world celebrate Advent, I guess. I got a box of beers from Aldi. If you've not seen the previous video, 24 beers, one for each day of the month leading up to Christmas Eve. And first up from the Advent calendar is Wernesgruner. It's a Pils. It's German beer. It says on the back here, product of Germany, imported by Prestige Wine and Spirits Group out of Princeton, Minnesota. But it says it's from Germany. And I looked at their website. There's actually a ton of information on their website. I just jotted down some of the highlights. So, Wernesgruner is owned by Bitburger Brau Group. So I'm assuming Bitburger is somebody's name maybe, and then Brau Group, probably beer group. And so I'm trying to remember. I didn't write this part down. I probably should have. But they originally started making Wernesgruner in the town of Wernesgrun in like 1458. So and they even mentioned that it was, I don't know, 30 some years or something before Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Just kind of puts things into perspective when you can use like a historical marker there, so to speak, to really put into perspective how long they've been doing this. And since then, it's probably changed hands a couple of times, but now owned by Bitburger. But the website that I went to was all Wernesgruner. So let's get into the information real quick. And I'll leave a link in the description so that you can go to their website. I suggest checking it out. There's just a ton of information. It's got a history of the beer. It's got a lot of information about the beer itself. So I'll leave that link. But this particular beer is 4.9% alcohol by volume. Original wort. I'm assuming that's the same thing as original gravity. So I'm just going to make a leap here and assume that every time I see original gravity, the wort is whatever the percentage is. And this particular beer, it was 11.3%. And if I did my math right, this 11.2 ounce bottle has 135 calories, 135.3 calories. If I did my math right, because on the website it says there's so many calories per 100 milliliters, and there's 330 milliliters in this bottle. And the same way for the carbs, they did it by 100 milliliters. So if I did my math right, this one single bottle is 9.57 carbs, which is kind of a deadly combination, because as you can see, it's a light colored Pilsner, probably drinks pretty easily, could easily put down many of these, and you're just really gonna pack on the calories and the carbs. So I don't know, take that for what it's worth. And then they also had tasting notes, appearance notes, aroma notes, and flavor notes, which tasting and flavor to me kind of seem like the same thing, but I don't know, they got slightly different information for both of those. But I'll just start with tasting. It comes off as, it's a bittersweet Pilsner with earthy effervescence. That wasn't easy to say. The appearance is bright golden yellow in a white foam head. Well, unfortunately, when I do my pour for my intro, it's a pretty slow pour, so I rarely ever get ahead unless a beer's really carbonated. So I didn't get much of a head. There's a little bit of a white ring around the top. So I'm assuming if I had maybe done like a straight pour or something, it would have got some head to it, or if I just poured it a little faster. And let's see, aroma. It says it's hoppy with a touch of malt, like fresh baked bread and ripe cereal grains. All right, let's test that. Oh yeah, I don't even know that it smells like fresh baked bread. It's more like a rising bread dough. That's what it reminds me of. Oh no, it smells like beer. It should be pretty tasty. And then the flavor is fresh and light with natural effervescence, notes of apple, and bittersweet aromatic hops. So, I don't know. Suppose there's nothing left to do except have a drink. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely malty. There's not much in the way of bittersweetness or hoppy flavor to me. That is very subtle at best. A little bit on the back end, I guess. Um, yeah, I guess the finish is a little bittersweet. I'm not picking up any apple. Um, what else did they write? An earthy or natural effervescence. I guess I'd have to know what effervescence is before I could say one way or another whether um, whether I'm picking that up. Oh no, it's a good beer. It's not the best German beer I've ever had, but it's definitely drinkable. Um, and this is the only place that I know of to get this, and I could be wrong. If anybody else knows otherwise, please leave a comment. But the only place I've ever seen this is at Aldi, and you can get it every day in a 6-pack. I want to say it's probably $6.99 a 6-pack, and that is for an 11.2 ounce bottle. Oh, excuse me, how horribly crude. So keep that in mind when you're buying it. It is going to be a slightly smaller bottle. Oh, excuse me, but overall, not a bad beer. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say about it other than it kind of seems like an odd choice to put in a advent calendar because it's not necessarily like a winter or a holiday or Christmas beer. It just, I don't know, it's just a good everyday German Pilsner, I guess. So you can always check that out. And yeah, that's really all I got. All right, well, thanks for joining me on the first day of Advent. Look for my upcoming videos in the weeks to follow. I'm going to try to get one out every day. I'm sure if you're watching this tonight, you're going to notice that it's kind of late. I apologize for that. Apparently, when I had a day off and I had all day to like get set up and get myself ready and get stuff done, I really just didn't. And so, yeah, if you're watching this any day after today, it doesn't really matter, but I do apologize for my lateness. Hopefully this isn't a habit. I'd like to get these done in a more timely fashion so that if you're at all interested, you can watch them the night that it comes out. So, wow. Yeah, I just saw the timer. I'm rambling a lot longer than I anticipated. I was trying to make this a shorter video. Oh, well, I guess it's a thought that counts, right? All right, I'll quit talking. Thanks for watching, and this is the Malted Gentleman reminding you, you only have one liver, so use it wisely.